blimey, it happened again. In the last decade, Barcelona, and I might have missed some out here, but in the last decade, Barcelona have beaten Real Madrid 6-2, 5-0, 4-3, 3-2, 3-0, 4-0, and tonight 5-1 here at the Camp Nou. And 5-1 without Leo Messi, which I think probably puts into context a little bit Julian Lopetegui's complaints about misfortune and injuries that have done Real Madrid a lot of damage. And of course, it's he who comes out of this in a very, very bad way. I suspect that tonight was his last game. I think a lot will depend now on how quickly Real Madrid can get this done, because it's only really the lack of alternative and the lack of time that prevented him from already being sacked. And I think this will almost certainly be the end of it for him now. It was a weird game, wasn't it? Because although the first half only really saw 2, maybe 3 good chances for Barcelona, the sense of superiority was extraordinary. And when they wasted that break at half time, just before half time, Luis Suarez actually came off at half time with his head in his hands, aware that he'd made a terrible mistake, which denied them that third goal, which I think could have ended it. And then Madrid's response, and Lopetegui was at pains to say this, was actually pretty good, I thought, in the first 15 or 20 minutes of the second half. Of course, they got the goal, they had that Benzema header over, the Sergio Ramos diving header, the Modric shot against the post, and Madrid were very good. They shifted to wing backs, they played 3 at the back, and Barcelona, I thought, were kind of overwhelmed for a little while, but they came through that, and I thought that Ernesto Valverde got it absolutely right in terms of the changes, in terms of the way that he shifted things around, and in the end, 5-1. And 5-1, really key role played by Sergio Roberto, who was very good at right back, but in particular very good when he was pushed into almost kind of a right wing position with Semedo behind him. I thought we saw an extraordinary Jordi Alba again, and then Luis Suarez, who I thought was just brilliant. And for a lot of the game, Barcelona played almost 4-5-1. A lot of the game he was on his own, but his ability to bring others into the game, his vision, most of his passing, admittedly there were a few times when he lost the ball, and the finish, and that header, that's not a header. That's a shot that just happens to be done with the head. And those 2 volleys where the ball fell just behind them, the finish at the end, he was extraordinary tonight. And it was quite a night, and I suspect that tonight, here at the Camp Nou, was Lopetegui's last night as Real Madrid manager. It's certainly one that Real Madrid didn't enjoy at all, and one that Barcelona fans absolutely loved.